kind of left in a bit of an awkward spot since him isn't here, with him basically saying he wanted to start this whole mission thing,
Mm-hmm.
investigation into the government. But since he's not here, uh, what do you two want to do? Like
Uh,
where we left off, you guys were standing outside the former brothel, now museum, where there's that party going on hosted by Miss Addie.
ooh, there's a party going on.
That you guys were just in, and then you left.
Yeah, I remember now. Um, Angel. Oh God, what did I want? I wanted you for something. What did I want? God damn it, I cannot remember.
I just thought of a good idea.
Go ahead, shoot.
Um, we adjusted my passions because I didn't have a good understanding of them. Um, and I have a passion to foster community based upon the emotion of loneliness. And I think all these people in this tavern are creating community because they're hanging out together because ultimately I think that they're lonely and I might be able to pull on that passion to get some pathos.
Oh,
Does that sound legit?
I will say these are other wraiths currently partying. These are not humans.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a restriction.
well, I
Yeah.
think it's really hard to pull pathos uh
Yeah,
from wraiths.
it
I
is
thought it was from the
tricky.
situation and not the individual. Okay.
It
How
is it is hard to pull pathos from rapes, yeah. Unless you're a specter, that's kind of their whole thing.
Okay.
however, Angel will actually look with that in mind. Angel will look to Jack. Hey, so you gave me a lot of help back there, and I got something I want to show you.
Sure.
It'll take us a bit to get there, but I think we can manage. And Angel's gonna lead Mister Jim towards his brother's home.
Okay.
Mm.
Um, David, Davy, has his own place. It is
Mm-hmm.
probably a condo, something simple like 2 bedroom, 1 bath, nothing fancy. Definitely nicer though. Um, and Angel walks there as if he would never, as if he knows it better than he knows anything else. Um, even even in the other side, it's almost an instinct of where he knows to go.
Decent neighborhood, and it's a reasonably nice condo, if not small.
Mhm. Um, and Angel kind of stops outside the building. This is where my brother Davy lives, and I don't know if he's home or not, but I kind of was hoping to check on some things that he might have in his possession. So you know I'm a writer, and he kind of gestures to the
Mm-hmm.
death marks he still has. Um, well, Davy was the one who inherited all my writings, and I'm here to see if I can find them.
Oh, sure. I'll help you if you don't mind me entering your brother's home and
No, no, no.
looking with you.
It's quite all right. Just don't break anything and don't give Davy nightmares. All right.
I promise I won't.
Fantastic. But let's go. And Angel will walk. He walks through the doors because again, it's the way he knows to get through.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just like he was in life. He just walks through and hums softly to himself. He then goes to get the key that's hidden behind the little. Um, there's like he reaches to the doorbell on the outside of this little condo. However, he then
Yeah.
like halts. Oh yeah, I'm dead. I don't need a key. And then he walks in through the door. Um,
Jack, assuming I'm supposed to go through the door, Jack will stop, look at the door for a second, think for a second, and then walk through it. Not quite used to it.
um, as you enter, it's a very simple kind of space. Kitchen, living room setup, kitchenette, living room connected type of setup. There's a like pull up set that you can do chin ups or those just some weird upper body exercises.
Uh-huh.
Next to that is a table with like four base like IKEA furniture chairs, a brown sofa and an armchair. With the thing that looks the most ornate is actually like one of those old tables that are used that were like that you cut down a tree and then you took a cross section out of that tree, you finished it, you polished it, and then you covered it
Mm-hmm.
with film. That looks to be handmade and looks to be much older than everything else in the room. But it's a typical bachelor pad. Nothing crazy. Um,
Sounds Spartan, if not tidy.
it is very tidy. The TV's mounted on the wall, and underneath are a couple of game consoles with a bunch of DVDs and video games lined up on a little desk. And Angel turns around. Welcome to my second home. I spent way more time in here than I ever did in my shitty little apartment, let me tell you.
Seems comfortable.
Yeah, they,
It's not a lot unlike my old apartment.
yeah. Um, and he leads you down a hallway and gestures to the first door on the left. This is Davy's office. Um, I'll let you poke around in here. If you find anything that looks like a safe or like a bunch of writing, I mean, it all could fit in a plastic tote, really. Um, then again, all the flash drives is where all the real juicy stuff was stored. Um, but if you find a plastic tote or you find a bunch of scribbles, um, let me know. I'm gonna go check his room and his closets.
Will do.
Thanks, I really
Now,
appreciate this.
I must ask a question. If I recall correctly, Davy took your work out of that vault that you put the unpublished manuscripts in, right?
That is correct. He took it out of the fireproof uh, wall safe that Angel had it in.
So
Um,
technically, you're not fulfilling that passion to protect that vault anymore.
that is correct. However, he is looking for it now because wherever it is now, in whatever box or vault or wherever Davy has put it, he's trying to find it because he doesn't know where Davy's taken it, and that's been grinding on him now that he's gotten some time to
Yeah,
to himself. So he's now looking for it so he can try to once more guard it.
guard the vault. Except, like, I'm sorry, it's just like particular wording, I guess, since it was
Um,
taken outside the vault.
So in this context, I more mean vault to mean whatever like container it currently the writing happens to be in. The actual like
Okay,
um
okay. Do you
yeah.
want to? Okay, that should have been more clear because I read it as if it's inside that particular vault.
Oh, my deepest apologies.
So that's why I was kind of surprised that when I described him taking the stuff out of the vault, you weren't panicking or anything.
Oh, um that's 100% my apologies. Um
Yeah. Okay. I guess how would you like to go ahead with this then?
um well, uh If
Because like
Davies take
I'm open to whatever would be more fun,
uh,
really. So
um if you will allow, I will change the wording on the passion to protect what do I want to put it? Protect the location of my written work.
I believe like yeah, that works.
Or I could just leave it as protect my written work.
Yeah, protect your work. Yeah. Protect
Okay.
your written work. Yeah, that's wide enough that it will grant you that. Oh, by the way, is the recorder thing going?
Yes, it is.
OBS. Yay. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Are our sessions recorded? No
Um,
objection,
Yeah.
but just
Just
curious.
just for private use. We don't publish them anywhere.
yes, they are
Okay.
recorded. They are mostly for the GM, for our narrator's note keeping, as well as posterity for me, because I like to
Yeah.
go back and watch these and listen to them.
They're on YouTube
Okay,
in a
cool.
private playlist, so no need to worry about anyone accidentally finding them.
Correct. I do not share them with anyone outside the group, and I only share them with the group upon request.
Okay. So protect my written work. Right.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Okay.
and so Angel is currently looking through Davy's
Yeah.
room and his closets, while Mr. Jack is checking through the office.
All
As
right.
Davy turns away, Jack will make the gesture of cracking his knuckles because Jack knows this is what he does best.
Oh, is it actually?
I've got lots of dots in investigation.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
sorry. Just one more thing to go over. Angel, you have as a fetter the vault that you kept your writing in. So I guess like we can't exactly change that because that's an inanimate object. Um,
Hmm.
I don't I mhm.
The
I
wall
mean,
safe is meant to be removed, so Davy could have taken the whole safe.
true. He didn't take the whole safe, I think. He just took what was in it.
Mm.
So like I'd say we just keep the vault as the vault.
Okay.
Like there's still a sentimental value if that was where you put it in the first place. Writing, I guess.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I just realized that, and I'm like, yeah, should we change that? I'm not sure. So like, yeah. You okay with that?
Fine with me.
Okay.
You are in
Anyway,
charge here.
yeah. I just wanted to double check.
No worries.
But yeah, back to
Um,
it. I'm sorry for interrupting. So who wants to roll first on investigation?
I will let Jack roll first because
Okay.
he is going to find something probably a lot better than Angel will.
So would that be perception and investigation?
Yes, it would.
Ooh, goody. Because without even trying, that is 8 dots for me.
Hot
Nice.
diggity daffodils.
And what's the difficulty on that?
Well, if I don't ever say the difficulty, just assume it's 6.
Okay.
Okay. I'm actually going to add that on a note somewhere.
Like,
I should do.
for rolls that like aren't Arcanoi or stuff like that, because Arcanoi will always be the difficulty rating of the shroud, the local shroud.
I'm going to put that in my game notes. His default difficulty is 6.
Yeah. Just remember the difficulty of Arcanoi will always be the difficulty of the local shroud.
Okay.
Regardless of whether you're using that Arcanoi to affect something past the shroud or not.
Okay. Good.
Or unless the book says otherwise. So yeah, 3 successes. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so I would say Yeah, where are you looking again?
He's looking in the office.
That is correct.
Okay. Let me look through notes here. Just give me a second. Hmm. Okay. I need to roll a dice here or something. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Um, well, I'd say a few things you find. You're going. I'm sorry, my brain just blanked. Where are you looking again? I'm sorry.
In Davy's office.
Okay. For some reason, I thought, for some reason, my brain was thinking of like living room or something. I don't know why. Um. So remind me again, Angel. What was Davy's job, or what is his job?
So Davy works as a IT for
All
a
right.
large company. He is often on the move. He is often being sent around to different job sites, flying across the country, various places. Um, so for the most part, his house can be deserted one week and then populated the next. His office has a very high tech computer setup, including gaming setup. It has a couple free weights, like hand weights, and it has a one of those air conditioning units that connects to the window via some plastic tubing.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a closet.
Yeah. Okay, so I'd say first off, you would find that uh, I'm not very knowledgeable in IT work myself, so sorry if I get this wrong. Um, but well, the computer is currently going through an update right now, which is easy to see due to the screen going through the blue background with the little uh dotted circle revolving in on itself.
Maybe a progression bar like 76%.
Yeah, yeah. So computer is updating itself, and there are a few papers actually, a few letters, some opened, some not. And you find, at least in one corner of the table, a Rubik's Cube that has symbols on it instead of colors, currently unsolved.
He's working on it. Sorry, I'm not there.
And I'd say, given the three successes, um, you will also find near the desk a photo of a woman, blonde woman, that you haven't seen before. And there's a little red sticker, a little sticker heart uh, stuck to the corner of the photo.
Hmm. Maybe it's a girlfriend or a love interest. Is there anything interesting in the contents of the letters if I can examine them? Also, I have a few dots
Most,
in computers if there's anything unusual there.
no, it's just going through an update right now. Like, there doesn't seem to be
Okay.
anything unusual with the computer, except like it is very high tech. That's obvious right now. It's got the look. Um, but you would see most of the letters are bills.
Does it look like he was
And
in debt,
I'd
or
say
is that
so.
okay?
Most of the letters are bills. Um, and there is at least one that you can find easily, which when you look at it close enough, which isn't too hard uh given how sharp Wraith senses are, you see that at least one of them says that the pay date for the heating and water bill is due incredibly soon.
Okay, if that is everything of interest, I can go find Angel or call him, tell him what I found.
I'll also say one more thing is that
Okay.
the due date for that bill is next week. Next week,
Okay.
Tuesday.
Hey, Angel.
Huh?
I just thought I'd let you know what I've sussed out here.
Before we do that,
Oh.
let's roll for Angel.
Oh yeah, I gotta
Oh
roll my
God.
check.
See what you find. Perception investigation.
Difficulty is 6.
Yep.
I'm rolling perception investigation. I suck at this. 1 success.
You do manage to find in the closet a cardboard box that looks to be incredibly full with something. Presumably papers, given that the contents don't seem to jiggle around. But yeah, it's at the top of all the closet shelves, and it seems to have almost been like shoved in the back.
Oh?
Yeah.
I do have the Arcanoi that lets me interact with the physical world. Can I try to open the top of the box and see what's up?
Go ahead. Difficulty of the shroud here is, I'd say, let me check the shroud rating stuff here. I'd say, oh well, difficulty 8.
Ugh.
San Angelo is haunted for the most part, but this house has been pretty tidy, well kept, really no sinister history surrounding it, so
True.
normal, all things considered.
So okay, so strength plus outrage here.
Okay.
I spend a
Here we
pathos, which brings me to nothing. And let's see. And difficulty 8, you said.
Yep.
3 strength, 2 outrage, so a total of 5. 2 successes. And it says for Wraith Grasp, I spend a point and I can exert a few pounds of force, just enough to press a button or start a pencil rolling. Each additional success over 1 dot, because I only need 1 to be successful, but each additional success makes it so I can do more impressive stuff.
All right. So what do you want to do here?
I want to lift the top of this. I just want to lift the box lid and see if this is what I'm looking for.
Hmm. Okay. So you lift the top. Uh, two things happen. One is that you can see there is a yellow post-it note stuck to the top of what is your manuscript that basically just says like Angel's story written in marker. The next is because you flipped the lid over, it falls and hits the ground.
Oh shit! I try to catch it, but again, am ghost and can't continue
Yeah,
to exert force. I'm like shit.
yeah.
Um. Well.
Wait, you were trying to catch it. Wait, I need to check something there. Because things going through you could potentially hurt you if they're going
Oh,
fast enough.
Am I in its way?
I assumed you were going to get in its way
I mean, yeah, I
if you're
try to catch it
trying
if
to
I
catch it.
can. Yep, Angel tries to catch it. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so let's see, let's see. Um,
Angel's not a smart ghost.
yeah, I say like this isn't something like a car or a bullet going through you, so I'd say like take one bashing.
Okay, and that's the slash.
Just yeah,
These boxes suck.
they do. I hate them so much.
I'm gonna fight these boxes one day.
Because rays have keen senses, can I? I'm not sure what happened. Did a bunch of boxes fall through
No, it's
Angel?
just the lid.
But you would have
Oh,
heard Angel cry out, shit!
Yeah,
yeah.
and you'd hear the box.
Well,
Um,
the lid hit the floor.
yeah.
But,
Oh,
um,
uh, Angel, do you not? Okay, never mind. All right, I misread. Okay, I misread something.
sorry.
No, you're fine. No, 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 that was me misreading something.
Hmm.
But yeah, uh, yeah. So, Jim, just as you're about to call out what you saw, you hear a lid, like something that sounds like a car, like something hit the ground. It doesn't sound heavy, but it definitely hits the ground. Uh, I'd just say like that the bedroom floor is like wood or something. Um,
Well, the
I guess you live
closet
in
certainly might
Texas.
be.
I don't know. What?
The closet certainly might be.
Yeah. So it hits the ground. You hear Angel swear. What do you do?
I will. I will go to Davy's bedroom to see what's going on.
Yeah, that sound since it's on the other side of things is muffled and underwater, but it still makes a sound.
But as you
So the
enter,
lid to this box, is it like a cardboard lid?
mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Jack is like does mentally checks himself, but it's like, damn, my senses are sharp. Because he's amazed that he's heard a cardboard lid fall on the floor in another room. Hey,
Welcome
Angel,
to
are you
being
okay?
erased.
But as you come in, yeah, I'm good. I
Yeah,
moved the lid too much. Um,
yeah.
but
You can see a very small bruise forming on Angel's corpus somewhere. I'll let you decide where, Angel, for the
so it's probably
bashing.
on my hands.
Yeah,
Like he's like flicking his right hand a little bit, you know, uh,
yeah.
like one would do after they do something to it. But he's just anyway. I found my manuscripts. um, and he kind of floats up and looks at him and just smiles fondly. Um,
Well, go ahead, my friend.
No. I just thanks for helping me. This isn't exactly the vault that I had purchased, and he could have taken it out of the wall. I don't know why he didn't. In a cardboard box, really?
I will say, even as you're talking, you see in this weird way from your side of things, the gray blackness of the Shadowlands here, suddenly the gray turns a bit lighter of a gray, almost blinding if you turn your head. And if you do turn your head, you will just be able to make out that a lamp has been turned on by Davy, who is now awake
Oh
because he's
shit,
wearing
he
the
was in the
cardboard
bed!
lid.
I didn't even
Oh,
notice.
yeah.
Oh, Angel, like,
But
freaks out and, like, runs, floats, flies, runs over, grabs uh, Jack and pulls it back. Oh, whoa. I didn't know Davy was home.
Neither did I. Jack
what
whispers.
is what? How did
Shh.
someone there?
Maybe if we don't move, he won't see us. Like the T
Still
Rex.
very muffled and far away, but like he just like cranes his neck, sees the cardboard lid on the floor, looks utterly confused, looks back up, sees that the manuscript thing is like a open and the lid is on the ground. What in the heck? Just I didn't do that. Did I do that?
Jack will just murmur, I don't think he can hear us, but he can hear that box.
I mean, I was a little aggressive with it.
Uh,
I was just a little excited.
stupid box win thing. Hmm. I'm like still half asleep. He like starts like stumbling out of bed to get over to the box and just grumbling about like he has to get a chair and get the lid back on the box and it's 3 a.m. and it's unfair.
Angel just smiles as he's watching Davy. Um, Jack, you can plainly see that all Angel's very exposed as an individual. Even when he was going through pain, he was very guarded. Still tried to put on a brave face. But in Davy's presence, you watches his whole body just relaxes, and he's just watching him with a soft smile on his face and just shaking his head, smiling. Just, oh, Davy, you always were not a morning person. I always hated waking you up. He's gonna.
This
He's,
angel were here so he could do this.
you see?
Jack chuckles a little bit.
Uh,
I mean, I don't even know what he wants me to do with this stuff anymore.
I want you to
Hmm.
There's at least 2 manuscripts in there that you could publish. Come on, Davy. There's a list. It was the first paper. Actually, come to think of it, my publisher should have gotten in contact with him by now. I gotta see if that ever happened. How do I check that ever happened? He says, looking over to Jack. Oh, you're new to this too. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. But
Well, I can think of some ways, but they're not quick.
yeah, well, fair. I need more juice. That last bit of trickery took some out of me. But
He's dragging over a chair or just like stupid chair, stupid. Like it's just like he's just cranky from
yep, he usually is when he
waking up.
first wakes up. But Angel just kind of looks to Jack. Um, hey, you were saying you found something or something or other?
Yeah, I found some stuff I think you should know about. But about what Davey just said,
Hmm?
people say things like that. Don't hold it against him.
Oh, no, I never hold anything against Davy. He's just a little cranky when he wakes up. Nothing wrong. But, yeah, no, I hope he's doing all right. I, uh,
Well,
I try my best to come after him, you know?
I couldn't do anything with the computer. It seems that even the laws, whatever supernatural laws exist in this world, it seems that Microsoft maintains this mystical ability to run a damn update at the least convenient time, whether you're dead or alive.
Ha! Why am I not surprised?
Right? It's meant for a joke, but Jax has a pretty straight face, like he believes it. Um,
Oh,
what I
Angel right there with you believes that Microsoft can reach into the other side to be an asshole.
um,
Plot twist:
well,
Microsoft was the hierarchy the whole time.
I knew it.
I did find a picture. I think it's his girlfriend. Um,
What?
it's out in plain sight. You could take a look. It's obviously somebody he cares about. But hey, this is more important, Angel. We can go look at the photo in just a second. But um, I think Davy's having some money troubles. I mean, I'm pretty good at investigating people. It's what I do for a living. I'm seeing an awful lot of bills. They're not exactly past due, but he's got a lot of them. His utilities are due next week, but he's got a lot of other outgoing expenses. I don't know how much money he makes, but it's enough for me to raise it as a concern. I can show you if you like.
Yeah, please. Please. And Angel does look very concerned.
Uh, Jack will motion with his head to follow him, and they'll glide over to Davy's office, and he'll start pointing stuff out. And like, okay, here's the photograph, and he'll point out the little heart in the corner. She looks cute, but here's his bills, and he'll start, laying out the bills, pointing out the due dates,
Yeah,
doing some rough math.
you would
Okay.
recognize the photo angel as the girl that Davy was hanging out with a few
Oh,
days ago.
okay.
I think Rebecca was the name.
Gotcha. Okay. And as you're laying out the bills there, Jack, Angel kind of looks at you. So,
Well, you can't touch the bills unless you want to spend Arcanoid,
yeah,
but
no, but
point them out at least,
he's
yeah.
pointing them out, and in the
Yeah.
orders.
I am explaining it, sort of laying out the situation, not the actual bills.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And as you're doing so, you can see the more that Angel sees, the more concerned he gets, and he's just
There's about 6 letters in total.
he just looks at him
Are
and
they past due notices or just bills that are coming up?
Some of them are notices, some are bills.
Okay, that's new information. Okay, well, I'll explain all that to Angel.
and as you do so, you can see he begins to bite at his fingernails, despite the fact that in death he looks like he's wearing gloves and his fingers are black and no real fingernails, but it is a nervous habit you see him adopt. Oh, Davy, what is you never had money troubles before. You always help me. Not only that, but you should have gotten something. I left my will. My will's notarized and everything. It's legal. I didn't have much. Granted, only a few $1,000s, but I had something hidden away for you. Yeah, at least my life insurance from my, well, official job would have covered my funeral expenses. By the way, where's my fucking body? And then Angel just looks around because he left. It wasn't his will that he wanted to be cremated, and that Davy was the one who was going to keep his ashes. Basically, Angel's will gave everything to David or Davy. And so he actually looks around the office real quick for an urn or something, but then he focuses back.
Yeah, no urn in the office.
He then focuses back and looks at the bills and then looks to Jack. Jack, I'm worried here. I don't know how to help him.
I've got a question for Silent. Um,
Yeah.
does Davy look like he's behind or he's in a crisis with his dad?
He looks like he's behind.
Okay. Uh, um,
Not in a
Jack will explain.
crisis, but behind.
Jack will explain. He's behind, but he's not. It's not a super problem yet. It's like a. I mean, he's not in trouble, but it's heading in that direction. He's trying to reassure Angel. It's like it's not gone too far yet.
How is it? Do you know of any way I can help him? Even an idea at this point. I'll take anything. I can't let Davy go to the doghouse.
Well, we have to determine what he's spending his money on.
Angel looks at the photo as if it's all of the problems that Davy is having.
We don't know that. Could be, but we don't know that.
I bet it is,
Too much
though.
Well, then that bears looking into, but I wouldn't jump to an immediate conclusion.
Angel,
At least observe first before you come to a conclusion.
Angel's like just bites on his thumb, and you can see that there is a fight here. That Angel wants to blame this blonde haired girl for all of Davy's problems, but he's also listening to you, and the advice is sound, and he just okay, I gotta.
I mean, the problem is the credit card statement. I can figure out. I can look through the envelope a little bit and make out the total, thanks to the good eyes of a wraith. But I can't see what he's actually charging. I'm kind of scant on details.
Well, did you see any letters from a law office or a publishing house on here? I can't see very. I can't. I'm not very good at this whole detective nonsense.
Jim defers to silence if there is something like that.
Mm.
And if you want me to make another investigation look,
yeah, I'd say make another roll.
Okay.
Also, Angel, if you want to, I'd say if you want to, make a perception alertness for me.
Okay. Difficulty?
Six.
Okay. Yeah. Just default perception alert.
I did make a note of those default difficulty checks.
Yep. Ooh, I got a pair of 10s in mine. Is that a crit?
Nice.
Wow.
Do you have any specialties? Do you have any specialties?
Not that I'm aware of.
Nope. Okay. And that doesn't double up.
My specialty is perception, probing, investigation. My specialty of perception is probing.
If you have any specialties you think would apply when you roll, just ask before you roll.
Oh, sure.
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
I was volunteering too much information.
No, you're fine. You're fine. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just going to say my investigation specialty is tailing, and my perception specialty is probing.
Probing might work here, I guess, since you're kind of looking a bit deeper into a letter.
I've got a generous number of successes anyway, so.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't have any specialties. How do you get a specialty?
6 is so good. Yeah, so I guess that would be, holy crap, let's see. That would be the 6, but then we take the 10s, they double up, so that's 9 successes. Holy crap, man. Good job, Jack.
Go, Jack.
9 successes, crap. Okay. Yeah, you're looking
He'll put
for.
his finger alongside his nose and not to Angel. This is actually what I'm good at.
Yeah. So you find this, like, you don't even really have to look. You just look down and you just instantly see uh this one letter that basically, as far as you can tell, there is at least one letter from a law firm as unopened.
Is it here's one from a law firm. I don't know if you recognize the firm or not. I think just looking from the stationery, it might be important, but of course, I'm stymied. I'm jealous of your ability to interact with physical objects, but that's not something I can do.
It's something I'm figuring out slowly. Um, did I have
Does look
time?
like an it does look like an official law firm, though. And
Is yeah, okay.
Angel, in regards to your role, um, you can suddenly hear uh how do I say this? Okay, let me check notes one more time. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You know what? We're out of rhythm and practice. This will smooth over when we get regular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay. It took me a bit to jump back into being a storyteller for a Vampire the Masquerade game. Although now I'm hitting my stride
Mm,
and it's finally going well.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Table of contents.
The table of contentos. Oh no.
That sounds so weird when you say it like that.
Oh no. I don't like. Oh no. He's not. Don't let him be doing. No. Don't let him.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say it because then it's gonna come true.
You're probably not thinking of whatever you're thinking of.
Okay, you're not thinking of whatever I'm thinking of. You're not thinking of whatever I'm thinking of. It's all good. Uh,
I used to
I
play a
mean,
game that
I wasn't thinking of anything connected to Davy at all right now. So now I'm curious though.
don't worry about it. Anyway, you were saying, Jack?
You
oh
must tell me, Wolf.
uh,
The plot demands it. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Jim was going to say I used to play a game that had kind of a very uh, generic luck system with good stuff and bad stuff, and I used to say, people who took bad stuff always had interesting stuff. So I'm like, bad stuff is also interesting stuff. So
I mean, you know.
well, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't better not say it aloud or silence will hear you. And I'm like, well, she can only make an interesting plot line out of it if she does. But
That's what I'm here for, man. I mean, you can tell me what you were thinking while I'm looking for this other thing.
I mean, Davy's in a room with something very important, and he woke up and he's in a bad mood. I'll let the puzzle pieces be connected by other people.
I don't quite follow, to be honest.
uh, oh, like I think he's implying that Davy might just like not think the novel is very good and just trash it. But that strikes me as a little spiteful. For being
Yeah,
aggravated.
I don't.
Like, okay, it's like my
Yeah,
brother entrusted me with his stuff that I don't know what to do with, but I don't think he'd spontaneously throw it away
yeah,
if
I
he
I
woke
doubt he'd
up.
do that.
Whew. Okay.
Like he's grumpy from getting woken up. Like he's not grumpy enough to like just go and destroy someone else's property.
I mean, fair point. But all right, I'm a little more at ease now. Just a little bit.
Mm.
Cause yeah, I was like, oh no, he's destroying them. Oh no, Angel's going to lose his mind.
Mm.
What's left of it anyway?
Angel, you can hear I'm gonna try something. But you can hear this little behind you, this little almost this childish laughter that sounds taunting.
Give, huh? He looks
And you look, and beyond the window, you could see what appears to be a stuffed bunny rabbit.
beyond the window.
Like on the other side
Through
of
the
the
window.
window, outside.
Uh,
And it is looking right at you two.
Angel like pats Jack on the arm. Hey,
Yeah,
you
I see
seen
it.
that?
I'm seeing it. And I've seen some strange shit lately, but yeah, I'm seeing it.
Angel wants to kill it.
You can it's completely upright on its own. Like nothing is holding it up as far as you can tell, unless it's balancing on the window ledge. But it just like stares, and then out of what appears to be the voice apparatus of this stuffed bunny, this comes. Who got you to dress like that? Huh?
I look good, don't I? Angel asks, like looking concerned at Jack.
You look stupid.
Jack
You
is
do
looking out.
too.
Jack is like, what? Sports jacket, tie, slacks? You know, I had a job. Hey, what the fuck are you? Jack will say.
Oh,
Sorry,
you don't
sorry
know?
if you don't like the swear.
You're stupid. You're just dumb.
I don't like this thing.
Silly baby rapes. Haha.
It knows what we are. What the heck are you? And how can you see us?
It just kind of turns its head slightly in the direction of Davey's bedroom. It's still looking through the window, but it looks over in that direction.
Angel's gonna pull out his stick
And-
and swing.
Okay.
Angel's gonna swing at this thing. He's got his little Sharpie stick.
Okay. You'll need to go through the window, like it's still on the other side, technically.
That's fine.
But technically, you'd be hitting glass first if you don't go through.
I'll go through the window. I'll lunge at this thing. Angel doesn't like it, and it's creepy, and it's looking in the direction of his brother. He's gonna try to kill this thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, it called him stupid.
Roll for attack and then roll the knight's damage, I guess. Because it's not going to try and dodge.
So, attack. What's the difficulty then?
For a knife? Well, let's see here. Pull up the core book because it has all this.
This thing is creepy, and it looked in the direction of my brother. I don't like it.
Yeah, let's see here. Nope. Okay, combat. Here we go. All right. So you have your knife. Was that the knife you were given by the hierarchy?
Yeah.
Okay.
He never
Do
gave
you
it
remember
back.
the stats for that?
Uh,
So that was a baton
yeah, it was a baton.
with +2 lethal damage.
Right.
So I believe we decided to go with the things for a knife here. So in your case, you're going melee.
Which I still haven't put any dots in. Damn it.
Um, yeah. So since you don't have any dots in it, I think that would be a +1 difficulty.
Okay.
Um, but let's see. So melee is dexterity melee, if I'm right.
Okay.
So difficulty 6 +1 diff, so that's difficulty 7 now.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so dex melee.
Difficulty
What was the
7.
thing for what was the thing for a knife again? Let me see. Okay, here we go. But we are going with a baton. But okay, we got axe, brass knuckles, Dane claymore, club, foil, knife, morning star, saber, sap, spear, staff, whip.
Club or sap would be probably closer to what you're looking
Yeah,
for here.
sap might make more sense. So that is strength +1 bashing damage with the +2 lethal.
Okay, so I roll 3 dice
So
though.
that's the damage, not the
Oh yeah, no. My roll is
yeah.
dexterity melee, and I only have
Mhm.
dex, so that's 3
Yep.
dice to roll. So in that
Yep, dex
case,
at difficulty 7.
I swing and miss.
Yep, you swing and miss, and it just like the ears just perk like the ears just kind of like the little tips of it and do a mechanical wiggle up and down, up and down.
You get out of here. You're not wanted.
If Jack can act, he'll lean his head out the window and kind of shout at the thing. Yeah, get out of here.
I like Jack.
You're you're
Let me
funny.
guess. I'm stupid. I'm funny.
Yeah, you're funny.
I'm sorry, you
Well,
cut out on that one.
And you're pathetic.
well,
Hey!
you're well, you're funny looking.
You, you.
What do you want?
You're just some damn wraith inhabiting a toy. Piss off, man. Go. Get out of here. Vamoose.
It just like it hears you say that, Jack, and it just starts. It kind of like it just starts laughing almost uproariously, like you said the funniest thing ever.
I don't like it when it laughs.
And it's childish giggling laughter, like if you were tickling a child.
I really don't like that. This is really creepy. Angel like moves closer to Jack. Just I don't like this thing.
Silent, I'm kind of, this laugh. I'm trying to determine if it's the confidence of something that really knows it's not a wraith inhabiting a toy. Could I use empathy and perception to kind of like,
Yes, you can.
okay, I'm getting the hang of this?
Difficulty, well, how well do you think you'd be at discerning this, do you think? Like,
Well, I'm kind of basically trying to figure out that it's like,
yeah.
okay, it's not
I'd
bluffing.
say diff 5 for this one.
Okay,
I was gonna say, investigating people, you'd have to learn to read people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find. Oh, perception is one of my big stats. Okay, I got 4.
Do you have any relevant specialties?
I'm sorry. Could you ask that again?
Do you have any relevant specialties?
Oh yes, probing is my specialty in
Okay. Yes,
perception.
that'll work. That'll work fine for this.
Okay. Does that give me an extra dot?
No, but it makes the tens. It gives it. Well, Chronicles is a thing where a specialty gives an extra die.
Okay.
In Classic, if you have a specialty in something, the tens count as 2 successes instead of 1. If you roll a
Oh,
10.
that's good to know.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Yep, I'm just putting in the macro.
Would Angel be able to discern what this thing is with like an intelligence occult?
I just realized I didn't have my mic plugged in this whole time.
Oh, no wonder
Oh
you've
my,
been cutting in and out.
Oh boy. Okay.
yeah, because like when
Yeah.
you said
Let's.
specialty, I heard specialty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that is. Wow. Nice. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 successes, my
Jesus
man. Very well done.
Christ. Jack is
Um.
MVP right now.
Jack. Yeah. This is not like. Okay. So like, tell me your question again. Um.
I, I
What
I'm
you're
try, I'm
what you're
trying
going
trying to
for.
get a sense of this thing's confidence of like whether it's playing with us and we could be underestimating it, or how confident it is, because it seems like it's cackling because I'm so much more than an evil rabbit. These two suckers don't know it. Like it could be a demon or something in disguise, but just whether
There is.
how confident it is compared to us.
I mean, given your claim in relation to what you said that you are a wraith possessing a toy,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the confidence lies in that it is very certain that it is not that.
Okay, Jack will say softly. I'm like, Angel, this is something weird. We better take it seriously.
Would Angel have any ability to try and discern what this thing is, or maybe a ghost of its power because
Mm,
he has a cult? I have 3 dots in a cult.
yeah, you have a cold. Um,
And my
yeah,
wits and intelligence are pretty high.
I'd say give a roll difficulty 7, since this will probably be the first time you've encountered this type of thing.
Alright, difficulty 7. Is it intelligence or wits?
I'd say
Not
hmm,
that it matters a
whichever's
whole
higher.
lot.
I'd say whichever's higher.
They're both equal, so it actually doesn't matter in this
Then
case.
then then pick what you like.
This is
Um,
probably going to be intelligence because since he has no
yeah,
practical knowledge of it, like wits, like
yeah.
intelligence is books, wits seems to be streets.
Or
Hmm.
instinct, yeah.
Yeah, so I would say this is probably something he's read about or investigated for a story or along that
Yeah,
vein.
yeah.
So and then occult is 3 dots, so that's a total of 7 dice. I'm rolling 3 successes, no tens. Dang it. Well,
Okay,
I don't have a
okay.
specialty
Three
anyway.
successes, no tens. Um, yeah. Let me let me see here. Um, Now some of what you may have seen in the Shadowlands, uh, despite being told that most solid objects are from, like, I think we've covered relics at least, right? The
Yeah,
fact that you have to have solid things coming from the other side that can then be used. But I think you may have also heard tell of artifacts. Um, Basically things that are made in the Shadowlands and or Stygia to be solid and usable.
don't they use
That
like
could probably be.
okay, don't so they like use wraiths and morph them into shit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Um
This In this case, though, this is not a wraith embodying the thing. Possessing it, I mean.
But
Animating it,
could
whatever.
it possibly be the wraith that was used to make this thing somehow regaining, I don't know, sentience?
I cannot say yes or no,
Alright,
but that
fair
would
enough.
not, like, that could be reasonable to assume, I think, in character at least, given what's going on.
Angel will. Hey, you're actually like. Are you. You were turned into that, weren't you?
It just turns its mechanical head over to you. What do you think?
Well, I think that if someone did that to you, that they're an asshole.
Yeah? So are you!
Yeah, kinda.
You ever think about that, Candy Cane Man?
Angel just adjusts his suit jacket. I mean, yeah, I'm an asshole. I don't argue with you there, but I'd never do
Uh,
that to someone.
Your writing sucks.
Angel, Jack wants to say something, or he's like,
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
he's looking at he's looking at the thing, and no, it's fine. I just I want to get a word in edgewise, but that's fine.
Yeah,
He's just
go ahead, Jen.
he's staring at the rabbit, and he just says soft in a soft voice. I could probably hear anyways, but that's he's saying softly to Angel. It says, "I don't think it's Wraith. I don't know what the hell it is, but I wouldn't engage it in conversation. It's getting off on it. Best way to frustrate somebody in a situation like this is just ignore them." Jack doesn't really care if it can hear him or not, but Jack is suddenly becoming very quiet, very still, and internally he's like, "This is a threat." He doesn't say that, but thinking, "This is a threat. We don't know what it is, but we should stop." But he says out loud, "We should stop talking to it."
You can see that there's a conflict here, because while Angel probably agrees with you, like you can see that he seems to have come to that conclusion too. However, for Angel there's another piece on this board, and so unfortunately that's the risk he has to take. But he just nods. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead on there, Jack. Um, yeah. Well, and he says, looking back at the thing. So you been reading my writing then?
Heard about it
Huh? Where'd you hear about it?
just now? You were telling your crappy mate over there about your stupid writing?
Oh, I guess it's hard for, a toy to read nowadays.
That's not what I was made for.
Oh? You had a purpose?
Yeah,
Do you even remember what it is?
yeah.
Bet you can't tell me.
You'll find out.
Yeah, I figured that would be the answer. I guess you're keeping an ear out, he says as he puts rabbit ears on top of his head and wiggles his fingers. Clearly mocking this thing.
It just laughs.
Uh,
It actually thinks that was somewhat funny.
Jack is going to turn away and go through the house, look for Davy. Just turn its back on the rabbit. Go look for Davy, see what he's doing.
Where are you going?
Don't answer it.
Where are you going?
Angel just, hey, we're having a conversation here. You're so rude. He's.
And you're a loser.
I mean, I agree with you there too. You're not telling me anything I don't already know, kid. Or rabbit.
Yeah? And what have you done to fix it, huh?
Nothing. I died. He says as he like strikes a pose like I'm fucking dead. Like what do you want?
Exactly.
He frowns. I don't understand your point.
You die.
Yeah. So did you
And
apparently.
you haven't done anything to fix it.
You can't fix death, stupid.
No, yourself. You haven't fixed yourself.
I couldn't fix myself in life. Why do you think I could fix myself in death?
That's right. You can't. It's all completely hopeless.
Yeah, well, you know. Life, unlife, it's all hopeless. That's called nihilism.
Yeah. Easy to slip into, hmm?
Hey, you know. When life is shit, why should death be any different?
They would
Alex,
know.
they who?
They sent me.
They who?
You're
Oh,
really dumb, aren't you?
nah. I think you're talking about those creepers that we beat up.
It just like stands there and just looks at you,
Yeah,
unblinking.
I think that those loser guys down in that little choit sent you, and I'm the loser. At least I still know who I am.
It tries to walk past you to follow Jim.
I'm going
Jack.
to attack it if it tries to get past me and go after wherever Jack is going. Um,
Oh, Jack will have told you. I'm gonna go check on Davy.
Okay. Jack, uh you see that Baby has actually not just put the lid on the box, he's actually like taken the manuscript down. I was just sitting in the chair that he pulled over, just looking at it. He's not like reading it, he's just looking at it. The collection of papers.
Hmm.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I'm not good at publishing stuff. What am I supposed to do? I don't have the money for this kind of stuff. Oh, and I got the flippin' bills next week. I don't.
Oh, what did he say? I got the what next week?
I got the flippin' bills next week. I just
Oh, okay.
mm, stupid thing. Just I don't know publishing stuff like he did. What am I supposed to do with this? What was this? What was this story about anyway?
If I'm not responding, it's just I know Davy can't hear me.
Yeah,
It,
and he
so
just
I
lifts the and he just lifts a stack of paper like up very carefully, and he's like, "Well, guess you have to staple it, but how many how many of these get stapled? Gosh darn it, Angel. I'm gonna let me with a whole mess of paper. Don't even have the decency of stapling this stuff.
uh,
First, you.
Wait, what do you say?
Uh, he swore.
Oh, dang it.
He, he swore at you in death. Hey, Hap.
Hey,
Um,
sorry.
Okay. Do we want to catch? Do we want to catch Ham up really quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow.
You
So,
okay?
yeah, no, I just had to pop my fingers. They were cramping
Ah.
up on me. But, so, to catch up, Angel and, Jack went off to find, Angel's, physical writings. Mostly because Angel really wants to know where they're at. Also, he wanted to check on Davy. Um, and they got
Davey
there.
inherited the manuscripts. Just to be clear.
Yes. Yes. Davy inherited the manuscripts that Angel wrote and had basically finished, just didn't publish. Um, they got to Davy's place. Jack went in to look at Davy's office, found out that Davy is not doing great. He's got a lot of bills, although he does have a picture with a little heart sticker of some blonde haired girl that Angel remembers as Rebecca, I think is the name. Um, Angel went into Davy's room, went looking in his closet and found a box, a cardboard box with some stuff in it. He used his outrage power to open the box and drop the lid on the floor, causing Davy to wake up. And as as Jack was showing Angel, Davy's financial situation and the not goodness of it all, we were approached by some kind of sentient or talking rabbit toy. And
Could I interject something?
of course, of
Sorry,
course.
I got a little bit lost in all of that. I apologize.
Okay. Maybe I'll take it from the top.
Please.
Angel invited Jack to visit his brother's condominium. His brother being Davy, his strong emotional attachment. Davy apparently inherited Angel's other manuscripts, which were supposed to be kept in a wall safe. And Angel wanted to locate them to make sure that they were being well taken care of and to just know where they specifically are. We did not find a wall safe. I went into Davy's office and I went investigating there. I didn't find the manuscripts there, but I did discover that Davy is on the cusp of having serious financial issues. He's got
Okay.
a lot of unpaid bills. It's not a crisis yet, but it could head in that direction. And he's got a lot of statements that are due next week. Um, I also found a picture of an attractive blonde woman, has a little heart sticker on it. We were assuming it's Davy's girlfriend, and Angel remembers this woman to be named Rebecca. Um, Meanwhile, Angel was in Davy's bedroom and went into the closet looking for the wall safe. Instead, he found a cardboard box. Using a connoy, he opened the box, accidentally dropped the lid of the box on the floor, which started to wake Davy up. Inside the box, he found the manuscripts, which are now in a box, not in the wall safe like he expected. Um, I came back. Jack came back in the story and started to fill Angel in on Davy's financial situation. Meanwhile, with our race senses, we could hear Davy grousing like, "I'm not a publisher. What am I supposed to do with this? Darn you, Angel! You know, what am I supposed to do with this?" That's when things take a weird turn. We are then hear a voice, and we are confronted outside of the condominium, floating outside a window to be a stuffed uh, toy rabbit that's watching us, and it engages us in mocking conversation, calling us stupid and saying that we dress bad. Um, we jumped to some conclusions. Um, that it was another wraith inhabiting a toy, up to mischief, and we told it to get lost, beat it, vamoose. But then it started to cackle very sinisterly. Jack made a perception empathy roll to get a gauge of its confidence, and pretty much quickly determined that when it brags that it is not a wraith, that he believes it. And and the creature actually, despite all the giggling and the childish name calling, is quite confident about its situation. It also knows that we are race, and also sus that we are inexperienced race. At that point, Jack said, "Don't talk to it. It's getting off on it." Um, and this, Jack was thinking it's either a distraction or, I don't know, more that you engage with it, the more power it gets. He went to go check on Davy. Davy's just sitting in a chair, bewildered what he should do with the manuscripts. Angels continued to speak to the toy rabbit, trying to get information out of it. It hasn't really gone all that well, and they've traded insults. And if I got any of that wrong, my apologies.
No, the only thing is that Angel has come to the conclusion that the rabbit is one of the unfortunate wraiths who is turned into a useful object, an artifact, I believe they're technically called in this game. He believes that it's something of. He believes it's something of that nature. Basically, the wraith was turned into the rabbit and then is now regaining itself. It seems to be playing with that idea and not giving him a clear answer one way or another, obviously, because it's being a dickhead.
In Jack's internal process, Jack has no basis of knowing this because he doesn't have any occult, but he's watched television, and he's suspecting that the rabbit is an evil spirit of some kind. And I won't be too more specific than that because Jack wouldn't know.
Yep.
It's all based upon what he saw on TV.
Fair enough.
And what has Angel done regarding this rabbit?
He has kind of engaged it in conversation because while he agrees with Jack's assessment that, yeah, talking to this thing probably isn't a great idea, Angel wants its attention on him and not on Davy. Angel is very concerned that if this thing decides to go poking around Davy's apartment or, well, condominium, and decides to turn its attention on Davy, that it will be a threat. So he has kept it in conversation. It has
Have you been shouting at it?
No, just engaging it in conversation and mocking it. It has revealed. It has revealed that it was sent by someone, and I have attacked it.
You did, yeah. You missed.
I have attacked it at least once and missed.
Cool. Can I roll for the lashing out?
Yeah, the lashing out. Ah, yes, I see. I see what you're going for. You're asking me.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. I say. Oh, let me check there. Let me check.
Well, you think I just want to explain to him what is said has not really suggested that it just happened by. He's kind of bragged, "You'll find out what I'm up to." Sorry, silent.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine. Thank you for adding that. I'd say yes, that would count here. So yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Shadow.
This is Secret Times. Ah, beautiful secrets.
I don't like
Very
any
nice.
of these secrets.
But yeah, so so going back with Jack. So yeah, anything you want to do while Davy's just like kind of just staring at the manuscript and just like not really sure what to do since publishing and writing isn't his field.
Well, Jack is satisfied. He thought something could be happening to Davy while this evil spirit is making a nuisance of itself, but apparently it isn't. Davy's just going on with his life, so He'll
Yeah.
return to the room where Angel is.
Yeah. So this is outside the condominium now.
Oh yeah, it is just
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, just
But
outside.
I'll go back to the room and step out if I have to. I don't know if we're on a second floor or not, but I've got some Argos.
It would be first floor.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, I'll
even
step
if
out.
even if this was the other floor, you could just walk downstairs, to be honest. So, but yeah. Um, Angel, what do you want to do?
Um, so if this thing is walking away from Angel and trying to,
It's not.
okay, it's not. Okay,
Nope,
perfect.
it's just staying right where it is.
All right. So in that time, as it's standing there, Angel just kind of. So you were sent by those down in the labyrinth, weren't you? Oh, come on. It's just us wraiths here. No harm in letting me know things. Uh-oh, did I lose everyone?
No, you're still here.
No.
I can hear you.
Okay.
No, it's just silence.
All right. Fair enough.
Oh,
He just kind
it's
of,
just not answering you.
well,
Hardy hard.
I like it better when toys don't talk. I never was a fan of the talking ones. They always sound creepy. And he's gonna slowly, like, move a step closer to it. Does it move
It
when he
stays where
does?
it is.
Okay.
It stays where it is.
He's like, so, you here to watch me? Because, like, I don't think I can give you a proper show anymore. I don't exactly know how to change clothes. Or undress
Yes, wait a
anyone.
minute. Yes, you do. What do you mean? Yes, you do.
I mean,
Jack will ask the rabbit,
yeah, well.
what do we call you then?
Oh, hey.
Mr. Bunny.
Of course, yeah.
Angel, this is a distraction. We have work to do.
I am doing that work, he mutters to himself.
Oh,
Jack thinks that the angel was speaking to him, and he says, "This guy, it's just a distraction. Whatever you want to accomplish, we're not going to get it done." Staring at Captain Howdy here.
Ooh, that's new. No one's called me that before.
I imagine people have called you all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know. When you look like we do, and he gestures between himself and the rabbit, you get called lots of names.
I don't look like you. You look ugly. I don't.
Yeah, but I'm still a person. You can't even be called that.
Angel,
What do we have to...
if we
Sorry,
can't do
yeah.
anything about this thing, then we should leave.
He is right, Angel. This is a waste of time.
Where you going?
Eventually to hell, I think. If hell and heaven are a place.
Why do you indulge in this creature? What do you have to gain from this?
How soon do you want to go there?
I'm not in any hurry to do anything.
Can race touch each other? Because
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Wraiths can
yeah,
touch each other.
race can touch each other. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that Wraiths can do to each other.
Okay.
Jack is going to forget how touchy he is about touching, but he's going to just place a gentle hand on Angel's shoulder and say, "We need to go."
An adventure.
Angel flinches out of the grasp and steps away from Jack
Sorry.
and
Raise it.
and Davy's condominium. And he just, oh, yeah, don't sneak up on people there, Jack.
Sorry, forgot. Sorry.
No,
My
no, no.
apologies. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Angel, we need to start thinking about a proper plan. We found the manuscript. Now, how are we going to get this thing finished?
Yeah, let's head on back.
Do you think Davey would be able to do it?
He kind of he's chewing on his bottom lip as he's walking backwards away from Davy's place and just kind of
If
keeping
Davey
the rabbit
won't
in
be
his
able to-
eyes.
If Davey won't be able to do it, we'll need to find someone who can. There is no point in a work that is not read. An unread work is non-existent.
Angel nods. But he's reluctant to leave Davy's condominium, because he still views this thing as a threat to Davy. But if it follows him, and he is walking away, walking backwards to kind of keep an eye on this thing. But he will go with Jack and kind of leave the area.
It will follow, and every so now and again it will call out names and insults.
Once he sees it's following, Angel relaxes and turns and keeps walking, and he looks to Jack. Thanks for your help today. Really.
No problem. I don't know what the fuck that is, so I'm beginning to think we should find Lawrence.
Hi,
Well,
Mr. Bunny! You're not listening yet, idiots!
Who you are and what you are not the same thing.
Don't answer that thing.
We have better things to focus on. If you wish to get rid of it quickly. I can help you if you'll accept.
Fuck you.
What am I doing that causes such animosity? I'm trying to focus your attention.
Well,
You know it'll never work out.
Angel.
Your writing is awful. His was.
Jack and the Shadow are probably the only two who hear this, as Angel just whispers, "You don't think I knew that? You don't think I've always known that?"
It can be fixed. It can always be fixed.
Angel just kind of more focuses on just walking at this point. Again,
If that creature keeps on, I think we should give it a little sample. You can throw out a stone hand punch. I will give you everything I can to get that thing away from us.
At this point, it has started up its own mocking rendition of 100 fetters that failed on the wall.
that's so horrible.
At that
Shall
point,
we?
Jack might stop and said, maybe we should not lead it back.
Shall we just end it? It would be very easily done.
Take one down and tear it around. 98 feathers that failed on the wall.
Angel looks to Jack. You know, if we lead it to Lawrence, he might be able to help and do something with his pals.
Yeah. I'm not sure we should go straight back home.
Oh no, I wasn't planning to go home, but I think, did we see where Lawrence ended up heading, or the general direction he was headed?
All right,
Goodness.
guys.
I mean, the thing I
left,
left off.
Yeah, we had the we're going to start an investigation thing, but yeah, so I guess
I
like
mean, the
we
thing
could say that we left Lawrence outside the museum, maybe?
the thing that I was planning to do with them was to try and kind of like split, because the last thing I said to them was that they were already in the legions, and I was going to elaborate on that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it could be that attention was drawn elsewhere and things got moved, or we could do a little bit of a
Yeah.
retcon and say that conversation happens a little bit later.
Works for
What
me.
would you prefer? What would y'all prefer?
I imagine that they probably wandered off while Lawrence was off talking to his Legion pals.
You can go with that.
And
So
so
I could
they're
be just in the meeting place. I think it wasn't a hotel, was it?
uh
The Cactus Hotel.
yeah, we
Yeah.
were going to meet there. So Angel would be headed in that direction.
And
Yeah.
if Jack isn't doing anything about the rabbit, it's because Jack actually doesn't have much direct combat ability.
I mean, you have a hand. You can slap
True.
it.
Angel has a few things, but he'd rather go to
Just
someone.
remember, you always have
Very-
brawl. Even if you have no dots
very
in brawl, you
simple.
can still roll it.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
simple. Just like pick it up by the ears and slam it against the wall. There you go.
No worries.
You know, you don't need magic to punch a rabbit.
Punch a stuffed rabbit.
That's a fantastic quote. You don't
Yeah.
need magic to punch a rabbit. Oh boy, that's
That is
awesome.
beautiful.
However, Angel would go towards the Cactus Hotel because Lawrence knows more, and maybe he could assist here because he does agree with Jack that this thing is more than what it seems, and that bothers him.
Yeah.
And the only reason he
Yeah.
engaged it for so long is because he was concerned it was a threat to David. Which I do have a question. In regards to my pathos, in regards to my passions, excuse me, was I fulfilling either of my passions during that scene?
Let's see here.
Because I have watching over my brother and protect my.
I'd say like you would be fulfilling both. Yeah.
Could I try to gain pathos from that?
Yeah, just roll it at difficulty 6 unless storyteller says
in
otherwise.
Yourself. Yes, in yourself. Difficulty 6. Yes. So you can roll for both here.
Okay. What do I roll exactly?
Dice. Oh, you roll the passion.
Actually, no. It's I can only have you roll one passion per scene. So
then it would be watching over David.
Okay.
That's your choice. I usually interpret it as
that's in the rules that I see here.
No worries. I'm okay with that. I figured it would be one or the other, but I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah. No worries.
Jack down for a brawl. Difficulty 7, you said?
6.
Oh, 6. Excuse me. And then I roll the passion itself, right? Which is 4.
Passion rating.
Yeah.
4 in this case.
Okay. So then, and then every success is a pathos I gain. Well,
nice.
Can't ask for better.
Pathos. Ooh. Fueled by love. Okay.
As Angel kind of feels himself like get a little power back, he whispers as quietly as possible to Jack, "As soon as we get Lawrence, we all jump this fucking thing."
Perfect.
Yeah. Speaking of Lawrence, where in the hotel or outside the hotel are you?
Well, what we could do is we could say that this is where some of the conversation happened regarding the kind of managing the what's it called? kind of agreement with the other legions. I can't remember who the agreements were made with, but I believe that it was regarding something to do with I don't know, something to do with the families, but also something to do with trying to get a meeting with.
Yeah.
I honestly cannot remember. It's been months.
It
Yeah.
has been a bit.
There. Yeah. I do remember there was uh s- there was one of your fellows.
I will point out the exact wording is a wraith may only tap into a particular passion in this manner once per scene, implying that you could roll multiple passions within a scene, but only one roll per passion per scene.
Yeah, I'm reading here on the cheat sheet. It's limit 1 passion per scene. So
I'm telling you what the book says.
I mean,
One passion is the book literally says a wraith may only tap a particular passion in this manner once per scene.
understood.
If you wish to
whatever
have it
you
just
say,
be
Silent.
one passion, if you wish to have it be like that, you can. Just the consequence will be that we will be pretty starved of pathos.
I mean, I was already starved. That's why I went and did the whole investigating. I was like, how am I going to gain more of this stuff? But
And we could also have it the other way potentially. Just like bit
You're-
hard to think about that too much whenever we're in the middle of this.
no worries.
That's it. No worries.
Yeah, we can always retcon the roll or add the roll later. But so we meet up with Lawrence at the hotel. We had most of that conversation where he informed us that we're technically in the Legion.
Mm-hmm.
Angel kind of looks to Jack. Hey, we're in the club. Did you know?
Well, we might have to call in the markers already.
Yeah. By the way, Lawrence, what the fuck is this thing? And he gestures back to Captain
Oh,
Howdy.
Lawrence is there.
Are you?
I
Wait. Back up. Where is everybody in relation to the hotel right now? Are you inside? Are you outside? If you're inside, where are you? If you're outside, where are you?
I'm curious what Anthony was, what Wolf was kind of considering for this.
I would assume that we're outside, personally, because Angel doesn't walk into strange buildings without knowing why he's there. And you just said we're going. I believe the conversation was we're going to investigate something, but you were kind of mum as to the what. So Angel wouldn't step inside just yet.
Lawrence,
Well,
based on the meetings, like I do remember one meeting was to do with the one Iron Legionnaire looking into your son, looking into James. The other was trying to get in contact with the Legion leaders. To actually get some answers out of them.
Sorry, say that again. So to talk to one was to talk to the Iron Legion to get some actual answers.
Lawyer.
With
Yeah.
lawyer, and the
One
other
was-
one, the first one.
Yeah, one was to talk with that Iron Legion member who was a lawyer, so she could figure out some info on like
Yes,
how to actually
yes, I do
reach
remember that.
James.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And she had suggested a few routes that you could take on that.
I believe that they were
like
looking
one-
into it, and they would call on a favor. I don't know which routes were suggested outside of talk
I
to
think-
psychics.
I think there's also like if you need to get like there's also the McClellans, the family in town that apparently
the
has
psychics.
the ability to the psychics and the medium / psychic that is a consort of this particular lawyer who she would let you borrow in case in case you want to go something so far as to set up like seance with your father type, she would let you borrow that consort for this.
That's interesting. Not sure if I'd go for that, but that's interesting. Like the son would go for that. But regarding, those are the two things. Basically, the lawyer there, but also trying to get the Iron Legion to actually get some
Trying.
answers as to what's going on.
Yeah.
We were at the Cactus Hotel to do one of those two things.
I believe the what you guys have been told was Lawrence had been about to tell you guys, like, hey, I want to launch this investigation into hierarchy because stuff is pretty sus.
I want to find. Well, basically, the idea is we want to find out why nothing is being done about this literal hole to oblivion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you would have told us to meet at the Cactus Hotel because there is a lead here.
Because, well, more because that's where I was going.
Ah, gotcha.
And that's where I'm coming out of, and I needed to find you. I mean, in the original kind of timeline, I found you in the whorehouse, I believe.
See him now, but yeah.
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 The old whorehouse been renovated.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is now a reformed bistro.
Well, it's not a whorehouse anymore. So in this event, if you're coming out of it and asked us to meet you here, then it seems to me that I was correct in my assumption that we're meeting outside of it.
Yeah, I can go with that.
Probably like on the front steps, or maybe if it has a porch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so, as we arrive, we've had had a brief conversation.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. The whole time, this thing has just been spewing insults and not nice things. And it is now, I think, when it comes to that song, it is like on number 43.
Oh God!
Would I recognize this thing in any way, shape, or form?
Recognize it how?
I don't know. Would I have heard of anything that could elucidate what it might be, or at the very least know
Given
people
your
who would know what it
experience,
is?
I'd say intelligence plus occult, difficulty.
There is no occult, so what would it be instead?
Oh, no occult, then why did Angel roll occult earlier?
No, I mean I don't have a cult.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he doesn't have a cult.
Okay. In your case, then. All right. I got confused there. I thought you were saying there just wasn't a cult in general.
That's okay.
But yeah, I'd say, like... Oh, let's see what you got here. Say awareness.
Okay, perception awareness?
Yeah. Or intelligence. Your choice.
I'll go with the perception, let's say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the difficulty?
Well, since you've been around longer, difficulty 5.
This feels like something worth investing a little bit of willpower in, so we're going to add 1 to the result. So, got a 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you look at this thing, and there's just this thing in your gut that just says, this is wrong. This is bad. This is clearly some sort of relic or artifact that has gone bad.
Gone bad?
Gone bad. Potentially, as far as I can tell, like, gone bad as in, like, if this thing had the touch of oblivion on it, it would not surprise you.
Right, in other words, this thing needs to die. Again.
Yes.
I think, I'm gonna look at this thing, and I think, now where did you boys find that?
Around Angel's brother's condominium. I was helping Angel with some personal business, and this thing just showed up.
And what exactly do you know of it? Like, where was it doing? What was it doing? And where did you find it?
I think it found us.
As soon as you step into the conversation, Lawrence, the thing just turns its head in your direction.
It found us. It was staring at us out the window, giggling. Naturally, we looked out the window, and then it started calling us names. We told it to get lost because We thought it might be another wraith pulling some sort of trick, but I don't think it is. I think it's something else.
I tried to clobber it, but I missed.
There's a couple of possibilities here. The first and most obvious one is that this is some kind of specter.
Does that mean we can kill it?
Well, by our very nature, quite the opposite. We can't really kill what's already dead. But
You're
we can
first.
certainly... Sorry?
You're first.
But, what we can do is get it sent back where it came from.
I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe I've watched too much television, but I thought it was an evil spirit or something.
Well, that's precisely what those specters are to an extent. After all,
You're
we're all
evil.
spirits now.
You're evil. No one loves you anymore.
As you can see, it's going to be commenting inanely for a while, but it's definitely got that. It's definitely got that touch of oblivion upon it.
No one ever loved you.
Yeah, it's been doing things like that.
Let's get rid of it.
I agree. He's just gonna turn around and he's gonna just draw the baton again. Actually, this is a bad idea.
No, this is a very good idea. This thing needs to die.
No, I meant the baton. He just puts the baton away and lifts his fucking fist.
We're offering 5 shadow dice for this action.
Okay.
I mean, I will certainly take them.
You will not only get it for the attack, you will get it for the damage as well.
Yeah.
All right. Strength plus brawl, my man.
And I have a power
Strength?
here.
Which one are you using? Are you using Stone Hand Punch?
Yes, I believe that's what it's called.
Fun times.
What is... So that's Moliate, so the next one would be Outrage. Here we go. Stone Hand Punch. To cross the shroud or in the underworld, you must touch... Sorry, spend a pathos, make a normal brawl attack. Okay, so spend a pathos, which thankfully I just got a bunch of.
Joy.
Don't
forget to add. So remember, shadow dice. Either you roll them separate, or you use my little thing where you can just separate them out. If you've got my button.
I have a button that says shadow dice.
Yep, roll with shadow dice. If you click on that, just do your normal dice pool, and when it asks for shadow dice, just type the 5 as I offer.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
Usually. Shroud. Usually.
No, this is on the same side of a shroud. This creature is on the same side of the shroud, so it should just be a normal.
So would that default to 6 then?
Well, we are in the range of the Cactus Hotel, which is pretty haunted on its own. So I'd say difficulty 4.
Okay.
What? It's using outrage on targets in the underworld is usually difficulty 7 in the Shadowlands.
Okay.
Let me.
I have the book open somewhere else. So
No worries.
It's fine.
So difficulty 7 works for me.
Yeah, page 200 for the outrage systems. It's kind of like partway down in the first column.
Yeah, okay. I see it. It's a reflex, doesn't cause an action. +1 difficulty, firearm attacks are possible to stop with Stonehand Parry, which I'm not doing. I'm doing Stonehand Punch. Okay. Yes, an underworld target maximum range equal to the wraith's willpower in yards, which
You're basically doing a
thing.
telekinetic blast.
Yep. I'm gonna punch this sucker in the face. That's strength
Yes, you
brawl
are.
for 5.
Difficulty
And
7.
yep, difficulty
Mhm.
7 and 5 shadow dice, and bam!
Yes.
Oh,
That's a hit.
that was terrible
Okay.
dice though.
That's
Roll
still
for
a hit.
damage.
Okay,
Damage.
remember your damage is going to be your strength plus the additional success plus an extra 5 dice because Shadow likes you.
Okay, so
There were no additional successes, so that would just be.
No. What do you mean? There was 2 successes.
Oh, sorry.
okay,
Sorry, my bad.
so I roll.
Yes. Okay.
No worries.
Strength plus 1 plus 5. The 5 is a Shadow dice, though, so you might want to separate those.
Okay. So damage.
Oh,
So-
hang on. Don't forget, you're doing Stone Hand Punch, which means when you hit, you can spend an additional pathos to add your outrage dots to the dice pool.
I will do so since I have it to spare. And I'm just. This
You've
is
lost-
just so. Strength plus 1 plus outrage.
Yep.
Okay.
And
My headphones decided to disconnect on me for no reason, so
Oh.
I couldn't
that's
hear anything
rude.
for a moment there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
strength plus outrage plus 1. So
Mhm.
that's 6 dice, d10s.
Yep, plus, and then you can do the Shadow dice as well. Yeah.
And then
I'd
those.
say roll the shadow dice separately, just in
Yep,
case.
so those are the regulars.
Oh. Yeah, why are you doing it like that?
Oh, because I didn't know if your cheat sheet would work on this one.
Yes, it would, of course.
Oh,
It would work on anything.
sorry, I am not used to using macros in Roll20.
That's fine. Either way, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. But don't
Dang.
forget the 5 damage, the 5 shadow dice, because that will possibly do a lot more.
And these are the 5 shadow
Oh my.
dice.
6, 7, 8. That is 8 points bashing. If they can,
Yeah.
if they can't soak that, they're in trouble.
Yeah. I'd say you nearly blast the thing's head off. Actually, I'm going to roll for its soak. Mm,
Did you have any special? No, you don't get special. Oh no! Oh
yeah.
wow!
Yeah, that is it takes all of it. Okay, so yeah, you just about blast the thing's head off, and interesting, like it actually gives a howl of pain, Angel. That is a howl in David's voice.
Oh! That's not okay! That is so not okay.
It's crying in David's voice.
Well, dang. Do you mind if I roll again? Same one as last time.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like anything that I just heard.
Do you mind? Silent. I feel like this is appropriate.
Roll again for. Sorry, you're gonna have to whisper it to me because my
It's a
brain is a
shadow
bit
thing.
working on 3 different
s-
things at
uh,
once.
Well, for the same one that I rolled for earlier.
Oh, the same.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, actually, that was more like I'm not sure, because like given the wording of that, unless the emotion fits.
I mean, okay. Well, how about the first one then?
The first one.
Or you could just decide this is worth giving a point of angst. You can just give me a point of angst if you think it fits.
Yeah, let me look. Yeah, I'm not sure. This would necessarily count for either, but yeah, this would give you a point of angst.
Really?
Yeah. It's not gone completely, but yeah, it is You definitely you almost beheaded it in one strike.
As Angel does that and hears it cry out in David's voice, he clutches his own arms to, he hugs himself. No, 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 no. It's not him. It's not him.
There are tears in its eyes.
But that was Angel's turn. Jack! Kill it, please, kill it.
And Jack has rounded around it to kind of flank it from the other side. Seeing it take a good wallop from Angel, he'll try to smack it too. Is the difficulty 4 because I'm not using Stone Hand Punch?
No, the difficulty should be 6 unless Silent has reason to make it easier.
Oh, I thought you said
well,
the haunted convoy of the area.
I think that they mistook the fact because Stone Hand Punch is usually the rating of a shroud when it's crossing the shroud, but not when it's on the same side of the shroud.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm gonna just set this back up then with the right difficulty.
No bads.
Big book has lots of numbers in it.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's so confusing.
You're telling me, bro. I've been trying to read this book on my own, and I'm just getting lost in the weeds.
Well,
But
if you ever want to talk through stuff to kind of get your head around it, I'm always happy to just chat about it.
Yeah,
Same here. Me too.
Yeah, I just need to find some time where I'm not so damn busy to just sit down and give it a proper read through.
Do you want to roll for damage?
Okay.
Jack.
And what dice are those?
How did you hit it again? Was it brawl
my
or was it melee?
Yeah, just
Your fist.
old-fashioned
In that
brawl.
case, it's strength plus the extra successes, so 1.
Yep.
And if your shadow offers dice, they can get more dice, but I don't. But I assume that right now.
Lucy is going to be shadow guiding. Well,
okay.
Lucy's going to be shadow guiding for Jack, but I guess I could do it in the meantime. So, for this, I'll offer you 5 shadow dice.
Okay.
For damage. Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's
so
a total
roll the normal
9.
damage first.
Okay.
Yeah, roll the normal damage first and then the shadow dice.
This is normal.
Okay, very good. Now roll the shadow dice, and that's 5.
Are you rolling them? Roll 5 more dice.
Yes, I understand. I'm trying to work the macro. The difficulty on that is wrong because
It's fine. You just mouse over it.
So it looks like if the difficulty is 6, he got 1 more success for the shadow.
Yeah. As a point, if you click on the roll, do you have my roll with shadow dice button?
No, I only have the original one, which doesn't have a shadow option.
I can give you my roll with shadow dice button as well, because that should give you a little bit more, because then you can do it all at once.
I appreciate that.
Okay. So
there we go. Where would you like me to paste it? I can put it in resources.
Okay.
There we go. That's it.
I will track it down.
Okay. So that is. Let's see how much damage that was.
3, I'm thinking.
I think the short answer is a lot. Oh wait, no, 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, 3 damage is survivable, though not for this thing.
Let's roll soak for this thing again. Dang. Yep. Soak. All of that. Yeah, 3 damage. Scored definitely more than 3 successes there. So,
stupid bunny.
You go and try and smack it up the backside of the head, and it does stumble, but it doesn't seem like it was hurt anymore, but the crying changes. Jack, that's Angie. That's Angie. Or is it Jolene? It's hard to tell whether it's one or the other, or if it's both combining.
Oh no, its magic is confused.
Jack looks stricken, but he says, "Did you hear it change its voice?"
Angel, you still hear David.
He just shakes his head violently.
Yeah, there are
It's just
full-on tears coming out of this thing's eyes somehow, even though it is a toy rabbit with a voice box.
it changed to the voice of one of my fetters. Jack looks upset, but he's like, "I think this is some sort of trick. This thing is evil."
Mr. Lawrence, are you going to get in on this attack and beating?
I think that I have pretty much a duty to do that at this stage.
I mean, I don't know. It's far be it from me or my place to say so. I will be right back, though.
Okay.
Alright. I believe that I have a saber that I need to strike it with.
Yep.
So, here we go. We will step forward and we will essentially end this thing. Is shadow happening at all? Because I will accept the 5 to kind of get this thing just pulverized.
Shadow will offer you 5.
My shadow should be here, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, Shadow will offer
Whoop.
5. Out of practice. It's been months.
Well, gotta get back into it somehow. Okay, so
I confirm the 5.
Okay, that's one, two, that's end it is what I'm doing. So that's going to be difficulty 6, like everyone else for the actual striking. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, enjoy that as a nice big pool.
Nice.
And now the damage itself.
Now the damage.
Now I believe that the damage is going to be strength plus 2 because that's what this thing does. That's 3, that's 5, and then the extra dice 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 dice of damage.
Okay.
That and this and the 10. Go. Oh wow, that's a depressing roll.
Let's see how it soaks. Yeah, it's did.
Do you want my macro because it might make it a bit easier for you?
I'm good. I'm good. This is honestly easier for me to work with personally. But thank you for offering. So I will say it doesn't like it more nicks one of the velvet ears as it comes down. And it doesn't sob. But it looks at you and you swear there is nothing but pure hatred in those beady eyes as it just turns and screams. And that is not only James's scream, but that is a scream of pure hatred.
So is that a willpower roll to disbelieve?
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by the question.
To kind of recognize this delusion, this is some form of illusion.
I had just assumed that from previous experience, so.
Okay, in that case, we don't need to roll them. It'll
Yeah.
just be... Yeah, this
Yeah.
is just deception, obvious.
Yeah. But I guess,
Is
like,
it doing
given
any...
how much that may have, I guess, like, each shadow would get a point of angst if they haven't already for this.
Oh, cool. Is that in
Since, like,
addition?
since I will, despite not counting the one that was already awarded to the first shadow,
Okay, then I...
just on each
So,
individual. So,
okay, good.
Angel's shadow get a point of angst. Jack's
Choice.
shadow point of angst for this.
I'm full up on angst.
Say that again.
I'm full up on angst. I don't think I can take any more.
That is not something you should say.
That
Oh.
is not something you necessarily want to say out loud, but
The amount you should
oh,
never let your Wraith know how much temp angst you have.
because if they're temp banks,
It's a choice. It's a choice. They can
that's
choose
true.
to do
Yeah,
that.
it is a
They
choice,
don't have to.
I didn't know that
but
you
it
could
is a
have more
thing.
angst than you have black dots.
Oh, yes, you can go up. You can go all
Yeah,
the
you
way up to
can.
10.
You can.
Oh, okay.
Which is, and that saved you actually, because now it's more ambiguous exactly how much I have.
Okay. Yeah, but you can have more. Yeah,
No, your
yeah.
Wraith's here. Oh no, I see. Yeah. I don't know. Usually when that situation comes up, I just close the gap and get whoever hasn't to be whoever doesn't.
Anyway, so yeah, just managed to soak that. So what do you guys want to do now? It is definitely it definitely looks beaten up as all heck, but it's not dead.
You're getting
Is
the
it
5 again because this thing needs to die.
is it taking an action or is it just being a pinata?
It's apparently just crying or screaming at us.
No, it doesn't run away. It doesn't beg.
While we're waiting, this is what one neat part of not knowing too much about the game is I have no idea what this is. So it's genuinely giving me the willies.
I'm glad.
Maha.
Night. Yeah, this is the refined evil laugh that happens to Lawrence if he becomes a specter.
Um, I feel bad that it was a spam, but anyway, it's just screaming at us and it's just being creepy and taunting us with our loved ones and our fetters. Yeah, Angel's just gonna punch this thing. It has to die. It has to die now.
You get the
Okay.
5. I'd give you more if I could, but you're getting the 5.
All right. I like Jack's name for this thing, so I'm gonna do the same here. This is difficulty 7. It's strength brawl, which is 5. I'm not gonna spend the extra point of pathos this time because then I will be, then I have issues. Shadow dice for 5. Bada bing.
You don't have issues. You just can't do things that
I
cost
have
much
issues.
pathos.
I am saying I have issues. What is that? What does that come out to? 2 successes? Because technically the shadow dice is a -1.
That is 2 successes unless ST states otherwise.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so in that case,
Shadow dice, and Shadow, take note of the 1. So,
It's fine. I know what I'm doing.
yeah.
now I'm
I
concerned.
know you know. I'm just
So is that
saying.
that's
That
difficulty?
still hits. It's basically the same as last time. You hit with 2 successes.
Yep. The difficulty
exactly the
value
same.
I'm inputting though to roll the damage is 6 or 7.
Yes, and are you it's 6? Do you want to take the and you're taking shadow dice at 5 if you wish.
Yes.
This thing needs to die.
And then so it's strength plus 1, no extra
No
pluses for the
outrage.
outrage. And then shadow dice at 5. That's 7 more damage. Well, unless it soaks.
I
Let's see if
doubt
it
it's
does.
going to soak all of that.
I mean, I'll
Well,
Apparently
2 of
not.
it.
So that's 5
Uh,
more points of damage as Angel just
5
in
more
a
points.
fury just swings at this thing.
Yeah. As you swing, how do you wanna kill this thing?
Oh, Angel
Describe
just
your
wants.
final blow.
Angel just shut up, and he just pushes his fist forward, and the psychic blasts through this thing's face and hopefully its voice box to shatter both.
The thing you can just hear in each of your fetters' individual voices this whimper of, I'm sorry! And then it flops over, and in a blink, it disintegrates
Angel's not having a
into
good day
dust.
today. Yeah, Angel's just horrified.
Welcome
and
to
So is
Shadowlands.
Jack.
We got trauma.
welcome to Shadowlands. We've got
Welcome
trauma.
to the Shadowlands. There's trauma to spare. Da, 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 da.
That's again a fantastic quote. It's kind of what I said in one of my D&D campaigns recently. It's like, you don't level up, you just gain trauma.
Amen.
There is actually a game that works like that.
Oh no, yeah, it's fantastic.
Beautiful.
But now that it's dead, Angel just looks to Jack and just kind of smiles. Hey, we finally got it to stop talking. I hate that thing.
Couldn't have happened soon enough.
So
Well then. So now that that's been settled, I suppose I should be giving you all a bit of context.
yeah, that'd be nice. You know, what the hell's going on?
So the legions of Stygia, they lay claim to any soul that passes from this side of the shroud, based on the manner of which they got here. So, in yours case, how exactly did you meet your end? I don't believe we've probably had this talk.
I got shot in the face.
In that case, I believe that Grim Legion will be claiming for you. Unless, of course, you aren't sure of who it is that killed you.
Oh, I have no idea who killed me. I just know that I wasn't a suicide, which is all the good news in the world.
In which case, there's a chance that the paupers are going to be trying to gun after you, so you got a little bit of negotiating power on your side if you wish to use it.
But I'm not
The
poor.
Grim have a lot to offer.
Well, okay, that's a lie. I'm very poor.
They call themselves the paupers, but it's more about a loss of certainty. They claim the souls of those whose death is in some way beyond their grasp.
Oh.
They're a group that deal in mysteries, you see. And the way that the legions are organized is they provide a service for anyone who dies in a particular way, the things that those who suffer that end will need. And in return, well, you'll be supporting the legions themselves, and our role is to essentially stop things like that from interfering. So,
Well, that's a pretty good sales pitch.
in a manner of speaking, you've already been doing the service of the legions just by getting rid of that thing.
So they owe me money?
Well, I can put in a word for you when I bring you, but it'll be up to the particular legion that you're going to be going into to see exactly how that amounts to. But I think that they're going to be quite impressed that you've already dealt with something touched by oblivion. No doubt there'll be a number of oracles there to confirm the story.
Angel looks over at Jack. Jack, if you don't mind my asking, how'd your ticket get punched?
It was kind of pathetic. I fell asleep and didn't wake up. The apartment had a gas leak.
Now then, that's going to be an interesting one. I believe the first group that's going to take hold of you is the Emerald Legion. They like to take those that died of circumstance.
Oh, are those the ones with the cool guy with the Guy Fawkes mask?
In this world, is that the case? In your is that how you do it, Silent? Do the Emerald Legions have a Guy Fawkes mask?
I mean,
Well, the leader of the Legion wears a Guy Fawkes mask.
Ah, I'd probably be aware of that then since I've been talking to them.
Yeah.
I believe that man is exactly the kind of person that you could be talking to.
you lucky.
Now, I'm not privy to the exact dealings, but the way I see it, the Emerald Legion offers those who have, let's say, an extra perspective to their circumstance. After all, I'm sure that you feel a bit cheated out of life, considering.
Yeah, I didn't exactly bring it about myself.
That's exactly what everyone in that legion feels. There's a bit of resentment, bit of cheated, and maybe even a little bit of anger towards fate if they believe in such a thing.
Definitely my ex-landlord.
Well, that legion promises to temper all of that, give you a different perspective, and help you come to terms with the fact that chaos is a part of everyone's ending sometimes. They'll give you the tools to cope and give you something to do in the midst to keep your mind occupied. If you're not willing to join in the military service, you could probably work as a civilian, supporting the home front. Anything to keep you busy from the devil within.
I thought it was called a shadow.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you like. The point remains that it's just bad news if you let it talk too loudly. But they do have their uses if you know how to coax it right.
I just want... It's bad enough I had to hear all the voices in my head in life. I just was hoping death would be a little quieter.
Well, we can all hope, but them shadows, despite what the cultists say, or those in the Pardoners Guild might have you believe, they are here to stay. Now, you best either start learning how to live with it, or at the very least, know how to stay ahead of it. I wouldn't put too much stake in what it is that the guilds will be talking about. Of course, their main interest is for repeat customers, so
Jack,
there's a bit of a conflict of interest there.
Jack, just creeping up the back of your head.
I mean, I never had a nickname before. What do you think?
Did this thing attach itself to Jack?
Jack says softly, Jesus Christ, it's talking to me in my head.
No, I mean to try and go with Jack Shadow, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, it's not here. My bad.
Oh, no, Jack would react. If it's his shadow, he's like...
Yeah.
He's gotten the message like, oh, it's not good to say that your shadow's
Yeah.
talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
Angel
Angel
just
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 doesn't learn a
after,
lesson.
As a point, you can think back to your shadow, so you can have an internal
Yeah.
conversation.
yeah. And then just after another moment, you also hear, how'd it get their voices, bud? Oh, there's a question. You think it stole their souls? You might have killed their souls, Jack.
Speaking to the
Shut
one of the
up.
people that didn't do any damage to it.
Shut up. It says, thinking back to it.
Oh, I mean, I can. Oh, I mean, I'll always be here. You know that by now. Oh, woe is Jack. Woe is the poor employee.
Jack has a disconcerted
Woe
look
is
on
the
his face, but
woe is the poor womanizer.
speaking over his Jack sounds like he's trying to speak over somebody, but he addresses Lawrence. So that rabbit, was that a specter or a demon?
Now, in honesty, I'm not quite sure exactly what that was, but I could tell you it had the stench of oblivion all over it, so either it was a spectre or it was a tool of the specters. Either way, better out, better gone.
Well, like
So
I
you
said,
did
that was
good.
the best sales pitch for the Legions could ever have. Jack shudders.
Now, as I understand it, the legions have kind of lost their touch over the years here. So if the guilds have gotten to you, there's a chance that they're going to be spinning poison in your ears on them. The guilds and the legions have a history that goes back centuries, and I'm not privy to it myself, but my understanding is that it did not end amicably. Within the Stygia itself, the guilds are sort of outlawed, but in a rather lax kind of way. But as you can see, that would give quite a bit of animosity towards the legions themselves there.
And I'm to understand the guilds are the ones that teach our arcanoi. So
Yeah, so it's a bit of a confusing relationship. The way that I see it is that the guilds as an organization is more like unions. But the guilds as teachers, they're subsumed into the legions. We got a couple of them, what you might consider guild wraiths within there, keeping the teachings going and making sure that the front lines are well prepared. It's just as long as they don't resume their union activity, we're all good.
well, I guess I should meet my Legion contact and find out what I'm supposed to be doing.
If you're Emerald, I believe that the nearest protocol is right through those doors. You can talk to them. I'm sure they'll be able to get you signed up proper. At some point, you'll need to be going to Stygia so you can actually get into the Emerald Legion's domain. Get yourself properly ledgered up. But for the time being, I suspect you'll be okay here. Especially because, and this is where I'm going to need your boys' help, it seems that there is a lax kind of hold that Stygia has here. Legions, I suspect, in this particular area have become a little bit autonomous. Now, autonomy is not a bad thing unto itself, but when you see negligence, like you see in that hole in the chapel, makes you start to wonder if something awry is going.
I mean, that's
I take
fair.
your meaning.
Sorry, I didn't hear any of that.
Jack said, I take your meaning.
And Angel said, that's fair.
Now, I myself am a member of the Iron Legion. What that means is that I came to my end at the natural time. One of the old-timers that got through it all. And we take a particular view on maintaining order amongst the hierarchy, since our life experience allows us a greater depth of understanding for the processes we need.
Angel rolls his eyes.
Now, son, you don't need to show such disrespect to your elders.
I've assisted the elderly more than I care to mention, so we'll call it an even trade.
Well, whatever you call it, just keep in mind that my role here is to make sure that things go smoothly, and right now I see a lot of friction in this town. I ain't even supposed to be here on official capacity. I was on leave, going to do a bit of a feather check and make sure that everything was alright, but, well, the state of this place does not fill me with confidence now, does it?
Well, I don't know. Does it fill you with confidence there, Chief?
No, sir, it does not. All
So-
we got here is a lax hand, as I've been saying. And from what I've been hearing, it seems that's the Anacreon. Now, that's a word to mean the people who are supposed to be in charge of this here place. There's one for each legion, in theory. The Anacreon in this particular necropolis have seemed to have gone on their own path. They've stopped communications with Stygia, and if I understand it correctly, they'd like to keep it that way. Now, if they were keeping to themselves and keeping up their duties, sending their quota of souls down to get processed, now, we wouldn't have any problems. And personally, if it was just that they weren't sending the souls down, but were still keeping everyone relatively safe and occupied, I wouldn't have any problems myself, but that ain't what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is neglect. And that does not sit well with me.
Well, at least you're not like most old-timers I know. Pompous and too lazy to do anything.
We are here because we got a job to do. Laziness is what the shadow takes pride in. You stay lazy too long, the shadow will take your body from you, and you will not get it back. No, we're here to keep busy.
Neglect. Is there any chance it's corruption?
There's always a chance.
There's
That's
always
exactly
a
the
better
kind of
chance
thing
than in life, because here you got nothing but time.
You got nothing but time. You got people that have been here since before standards were established. Not only that, but you've got, well, whatever it is the Shadow's been doing. Now, as I say, the Shadow ain't a bad thing if you know how to temper it properly and you properly draft what it is that your relationship is going. And it can be quite useful, but at the same time, there's always that edge that you gotta be careful of. And there are those who succumb to their shadow. Now, when the shadow gets a little bit too powerful, they start to take over. It's only a little bit at first, and as long as you keep on top of it, it shouldn't cause too much bother. But during those times, well, who knows what they might be getting up to. And if that's been leading to corruption, or at least making things a little bit more difficult, then all the more reason to be suspicious. But the real danger is when they take over permanently, and that's when they become Spectre. Just as bad as the things that crawled right out of that Nikhil.
Angel just clutches his head. I wish I had a pen and some paper.
Well, relics like that don't exactly come too often, but you'll be happy to know that in Stygia, paper is produced if you can afford it. And if you can demonstrate that you indeed have some purpose for it. But we got paper down there, and the partners produce their own ink.
I want my pen, Angel says, just looking at Jack, just frowning. I want my pen.
Sorry, buddy.
Well, not a whole lot I can do for that, I'm afraid.
No, but I think I might. No way. But, I gotta try.
Well, whatever you're trying, Just keep in mind that what I need yours help with is if we can get you properly instated within the legions, perhaps we can start to figure out exactly what the political landscape is around here and find out why it is the Anacreon have let things go to the Spectres.
Jack first.
Okay, I'm in.
I mean,
There's probably going to be a bit of a bidding war over you, so we'll have to play it by ear. This is talking to Angel, if that wasn't apparent.
oh, okay. Angel just kind of, well, I mean, there's always someone trying to buy me, so, you know. It's nothing I'm not used to.
And it's Shadow, and it's possibly something that we could use.
I mean, yeah. I don't need you to tell me that.
No, but I do believe that a couple of extra ideas could make it go incredibly to our advantage.
I was starting to miss when this was just about physical. And he says, just shaking his head.
We are here because we need to get things done. I want them done as much as you do. We have the same goals, Angel. There's no need for the animosity.
I don't believe you.
You don't have to believe me, but it's true. After all, I wrote those plays as much. I wrote that book as much as you did.
Angel just shakes his head. Angel just shakes his head in irritation. Just, all right. Well, where do we go to get Jack instated into his Roman kilts?
I believe the first step is through these doors, and through the hotel we go.
Angel
Hey, actually,
will do a bow and gesture. After you, there, boss Jack.
Actually, I think given that, I think we can leave it there for now. That's a good place to end for now, I think.
We have given the Silence too much to plan.
Yeah, I'll need to, like, especially if we're going down to Stygia, that's gonna be a whole thing in and of itself.
It's up to you if we go to Stygia. You can just keep it to the Necropolis level. It's just I thought I'd give them the
Yeah.
ideas of it all.
Yeah,
You don't have to make us go to Stygia. It's just that's
Yeah.
the kind of the pitch.
Yeah,
Might be
that's
fun,
like-
but-
Stygia is its own thing, and Stygia is huge.
I
Like, it
mean,
would
again,
take a while to prep that kind of thing.
You don't
Um,
have to do Stygia. I didn't
Yeah.
state it because this is what's going to happen. I'm stating it because
Yeah.
the idea in my mind was Necropolis stuff happens. And then when the Chronicle ends with that and people wanted to join the Legions proper, then their kind of epilogue is going to Stygia.
fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Assuming that you guys are still alive by then.
Yes, that is the
Yeah.
assumption.
God,
Yeah.
it's like
Um,
it's like every Call of Cthulhu game I've ever been in. Assuming you're alive, you know. Just
Well, I mean, by de facto, we're not.
all
You know?
right.
Well, okay, dead, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Um,
may I be rude and ask for the XP for this particular session?
No, that's not rude at all. Yeah, we'll say 3 XP. So
I can
1
live with
XP
that.
for the shadow.
Me? Excellent. So, by the way, in terms of timing, so I have new job now, and it looks like me getting back by about 7 rather than 6 is going to be more likely.
Mhm.
So an hour
So-
later than usual. This is, new job, new location, new transit situation.